later Saturday afternoon, so before Florida, Texas A&M, Cincinnati at number 4 Houston. KenPom makes this line Houston minus 16. I'll probably have a bet on the Bearcats here. I think this line is a little bit too large. You go back to the last couple games for Houston. They've taken advantage of big-time injuries for Iowa State. Last Saturday, Gilbert and Curtis Jones both out. Texas Tech on Monday. McMillan, Darian Williams out for the Red Raiders. Since February 5th, Cincinnati has the 13th best adjusted offensive efficiency per Bartorvik analytics site that you mentioned earlier. Jizzle James, who, by the way, is Edgerrin James' son, the former Colts and Cardinals running back, averaging over almost. Yes.
How did I not know that?
I know. Crazy, what? Right? It shows how old we are. That was like during our youngin' days watching NFL. But James averaging just under 20 points per game during that span. Cincinnati has a lot to play for on the way outside of the tournament bubble. Maybe not of the tournament, but on the bubble. Next 4 out, I would assume at this point. And since the beginning of February, Houston may be due for a little bit of three-point shooting variance in a negative sense, as their three-point efficiency is just under 43%. So if Cincinnati gets killed on the glass, my bet may be dead, just like the Aggies bet, because of how good Houston is on the offensive glass, just like Florida. But I'll likely be backing the Bearcats at a 5-possession point spread.
Well, that's a tough one for me. Both these teams rated pretty well, in my opinion. KenPom is at 16. Houston can do that to this Cincinnati team. They can do that to anyone. It's another really good spread for me. Boring, maybe. But I believe a stay off is almost as good as a no bet. I mean, we definitely don't like Houston, clearly, between the two of us. And again, I think, the slow tempo, both these sides are going to move slowly, inflates the value of that number. Problem is, Houston can just hit every single shot. And yeah, I mean, Cincinnati relies on doing things that aren't going to work against Houston, which is defending the rim and attacking the rim and forcing and not turning the ball over. Like, good luck. I would argue Cincinnati is trying to be like Houston, and it's like running into your big brother. And everything that you want to be able to do, they are perfectly sized, twice as large, to be able to put their hand in the center of your face and just hold you back by 10 feet. I do also think that
the comparison, Cincinnati is like Starry and Houston is like Sprite. It's never going to be Sprite. It can try, but it's never going to be the best lemon lime soda.
Yeah, you're right. Starry is never going to be Sprite. Rest in peace to Mountain Dew. Sierra Mist, not the Mountain Dew, for messing up my sodas, which is surprising for me. But no, I think Cincinnati, right? They might eventually get there. It's tough. It's tough to build your brand to attract the prospects to compete because there isn't enough talent for everyone to be Houston. And Houston's Houston, so good luck. But yeah, I do think this is a spot where late game antics could lead to this spread getting backdoored very, very easily. Houston does play full 40 for sure, and that's kind of their MO, but I just think in terms of the way who's out on the floor at the end of the game, if it gets to 20 points, I think I'd like Houston first half if I want to play Houston, expecting them to play, with the ferocity to end the game by the 25th minute, and then who knows how it goes between 16 and 21 or 12 and 21 even, and 16 and a half is probably a pretty fair number.
This line opening on FanDuel, Houston minus 15 and a half, minus 102. So right there with KenPom, we'll see how the market fluctuates later today on Friday, February 28th into March 1st, as you mentioned earlier. March beginning, the best time of the year by a mile.